Hello family, welcome back to our channel. Today we have numeracy, and under numeracy we are going to learn about fractions. Yes, fractions. Now when we talk about fraction means a part of something or a piece of something. Now imagine mommy comes back home with a nice box and you begin to smell a nice aroma. Mommy, what is that? Now mommy opens the box and it is pizza. Are you not excited about that? Okay. Now when you look into the box, you will find a round pizza, like a circle, in the box. How are you going to eat that? Are you going to pick the pizza and put it into your mouth? Everything like that into your mouth? I don't think so. Before you eat it, you will see that there are certain lines in it. And the lines will tell you how to pick a part of the pizza and eat it. Okay. Now, when you pick a part of the pizza, you have picked a fraction of the pizza. Now, we are going to learn two important words today under fractions. And what we are going to learn is one. Whole. We are going to learn the word whole and what it means. And two, we are going to learn about half. Half. We are going to learn about whole and half. Now follow me to the work table and let's learn about fraction. Hello family. Now, this is our work area and we have certain fruits on our table today. Now, when you see a fruit like this, how do you describe it? I early on told you about whole and half. Now, when we talk about whole, it means a full one or one of a thing, the whole piece, a full one. So for instance, when you take this fruit, this pineapple, it is one whole fruit. No one has cut it. It has not been cut into pieces. It is one whole. So when you see something like this or a fruit like this, you call it one whole. It is not two. It's only one pineapple. So you say one whole. Now when you come here, you find one apple here. Have we cut the apple into pieces? No. So what do you call this apple? One whole apple. It is one whole. It has not been cut whatsoever. It is just one and it is called one whole. Now look at these oranges. Again, it has not been sliced into pieces. It is just a full one and you call it a whole one or one whole orange. Now I have two of them. So how will you call this? Will you say one whole? No. You will say how many? Two whole oranges. Yes, two whole oranges. Now, all these fruits here are whole fruits. They have not been sliced whatsoever. So they are whole. for us to get a fraction, that is a part of it, we need to slice it with our knife. So I have a girl who likes to eat apples, and unfortunately I have just one apple left. So for me to have a bit and for my girl to also have a bit, we have to divide the apple into fractions so that the girl can have one and I can also have a part of it. So we need to divide it. Now I'm going to divide it into equal parts. That means, you remember, equal means the same as. For me to get the same as, I'll take it in the middle and I slice it down. Good. Now look at my apple. This is one whole and it has been divided into two. One whole and it has been divided into two, and it's the same. This part is the same as this part because we divided it into equal parts. Now when you divide it into an equal part, do you call it a whole? Whole means it is not cut, but now it has been cut into two. Is it still a whole? If I have this, do you call this a whole? No. Immediately you cut it into two like that and you have two bits. It becomes a fraction, and the fraction has a name depending on how the fruit has been cut or the pieces the fruit has been cut into. So this bit that we've cut, the name is half. Say half. Good. Now we have half. I have one whole orange and I'm going to cut it into two again. Two pieces. In the middle, can you see it? I'm cutting it down, all the way down. And good. I love the smell. Now look at it. When it was like this, we call it one whole. Everybody, one whole. But now, this bit has been cut into two. This one whole has been divided into two. And when we divide it into two, we call it half. Again, half. For the last time, half. Now, let me put it down. We have one whole pineapple. We have a whole orange. Now, what do you call this one? Is it a whole orange? No. It has been cut into two equal parts. So we call it half. Everybody, half. Again, half. And this is also half. Now, today, you're going to show me half. Which one is half? Now this is half. This is whole. One whole orange. And this is one whole pineapple. And this is half apple. this is also a half of an orange. A half of an apple. One whole orange. One whole pineapple. Now show me a whole fruit. Is it this one? No. How about this? No. This? Yes. This is a whole fruit. Now tell me, which of the fruit is half? This one? No. How about this? Good. All right. Now, whenever you see whole or one whole, we use the number 1 to represent it. But when you see that something has been cut into pieces or fraction, it changes how we represent it. Now let's go back to our board so that you see how we write it. Yes, now back to our board. I said early on that we have numbers to represent a whole and half. Okay? A whole and half. Now, when we have a whole, we always represent it with the number 1. But depending on the number of items you have, you can say 1 whole orange. What about 5 oranges and it has not been cut? Then we are going to write 5 whole oranges. Alright? Now, when we come to half, how are you going to represent it? Good. Now, half means that fruit, this fruit was 1 and it was divided into how many parts? 2. And then when I take 1 of it, I have taken half of the fruit. So for me to show that I have taken 1 part of the fruit, I'm going to write it that I divided the fruit into 2 equal parts and I took 1. So I took 1 part of the whole orange that was divided into 2. So this is our division. This sign shows that whatever it is was cut. And the number below it, the number down, is telling you that the fruit was cut into how many pieces? 2. And how many parts of the 2 did Miss J take? Only 1. Now that's what Miss J wrote here. And that means Miss J took half. Now this is how we represent half. Okay? We represent half with 1 divided by 2. That will be all for our lesson today. I hope you had fun learning and you will try these activities at home. Until then,